Salutations. Good morning, everybody. It is it's cold out here today. It is cold. I can't even believe it. Like it's chill. I'm in a sweatshirt, a pretty heavy sweatshirt, a t-shirt, jeans, and I feel like I could put a jacket on. It's chilly. Weird, man. Just weird weather. Good morning, Sandy. How are you? How are you? How's how's your daughter, right? Your daughter's pregnant. How's she doing? Hope she's well. '70s is great. '70s is perfect. I can do '70s. Absolutely. As long as it's not humid, '70s I can do. I can't. The humidity is what kills me. I mean, I don't do well with heat, period, but the humidity is just the worst. The worst. Oh, Maverick, stop pulling. And then we got this. Can you see how dark that is over there? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that dark, nasty. Apparently, I'm guessing it's going to rain. It sure looks like it's going to rain. Oh, these are pretty. Tulips are beautiful. There's some pretty nice gardens around here. A couple people have really nice flowers. Anyway, good morning. Good morning, Sandy Brill. Another Sandy. Good morning, Carson. How are you, brother? So, real quick, I like to give you guys recommendations on things when I get to watch a good movie or read a good book or something like that. I like to share it with you guys. And I watched such a great movie the other day. It's called Where the Crawdads Sing. It's set in the 1950s for the most part. There are kind of flashbacks to earlier times, but it's in the 50s for the most part. It's set in North Carolina in a fishing village. And it's about a girl who lives in the marsh and is pretty much ostracized by the whole community. She's an outcast. And I can say it because it's in all the previews in the trailer. She gets accused of murdering one of the townspeople. What a fantastic movie. Fantastic. It was so good. The young lady who played the main role was excellent. One of the marks of a really good movie for me is when they can get you emotionally connected and attached to the characters like right away. Then it's hard not to pay attention because you have that connection instantly or fairly early on. And so now you have someone you're rooting for, someone you care about. And as the movie progresses, they continue building that connection, all the better. And they did a great job of that with this movie, both because of what the story was and just who she was. But it was a fantastic movie. I suggest that if any of you guys are looking for something to do to relax for a couple hours, Go check it out. It's called Where the Crawdads Sing. Have a wonderful day, Sandy. And then just was reading about another lake monster in Patagonia, Argentina, called the Nojuelito, I believe is how it's pronounced. Nojuelito, I think. It's supposed to be in this lake called the Nahuelo Huapi Lake. 50% of the people who live there believe it's real, which is a whole hell of a lot of people. At least it's a high percentage of people. That's a lot. It certainly has an environment that would lend itself to it, something like that being able to exist. The more I look into these lake monsters, the more I start to believe that it's highly possible that they could exist. At least some of them, just because the way that some of these lakes and locks are made, super deep in some places. I mean, super deep. Lots of tunnels and caves connecting to other waterways and lakes, and sometimes even the ocean. It's just interesting stuff. And I keep going back to that Bodette film. I mean, that piece of footage to me it's got to be the best piece of footage to support a lake monster being real that I've ever seen. Come on, baby. Come on, Mav. You fly the plane, but I'm your navigator. So Goose tells you which way we're going and if we got a bogey on our tail, pal. The birds aren't bogeys. Leave the birds alone. Yeah, it was phenomenal, Carson. It was really a really good movie. It was emotional. It was funny at times. It was really cute and heartwarming. It was made you angry. You went through the gamut of emotions watching it, and the ending was good. It was good. But yeah, I've been doing some more research into these lake monsters, and I got to reach out to Alex, because there was one that we had talked about when we were in Freetown that he had spoken about. There was a guy that he knew who wrote a book about this thing. It's like I guess if I remember correctly, it was more like a smaller version of like a plesiosaur, like a mini plesiosaur or something that was in this lake down in South America. And he had this really, really great guy that he had communicated with and done some work with, I think, and this guy wrote a book on it. And I mean, it's a crazy story. I don't remember it word for word how Alex told it, but I got to get a hold of him because I want to learn more about it. When Alex told it to me, one of the things he said was, man, it's really, really compelling that, you know, it seems like it's really logically possible that it could be there. Yes, that's the right spelling. Yeah, Patagonia. Yes, they do. Yeah, almost everywhere in the world has some sort of Bigfoot type creature. Almost everywhere. If you look on the Bigfoot mapping project, the United States has sightings just about everywhere. There are none in Long Island, and there are none in, at least on the mapping project, and there are none in Hawaii, I believe. But doesn't mean they're not there. Obviously, Canada's got a ton. There's been, obviously, you have the Russian Almas, you have the Yeti, the orang pendek, the yeren, the yowie, the brownies. You have buckwas, Sasquatch. Gosh, there's just so many different ones, different names. Skunk ape, wood devil, swamp ape, and those are all obviously different different creatures or beings in the United States alone. But yeah, they're everywhere, man. They're everywhere. Patagonia is, in some parts, is absolutely breathtaking. I mean, absolutely breathtaking. These giant mountains that are they're just jutting out of the ground and soaring into the sky, into the clouds with snow-capped peaks and beautiful, beautiful ridges. And then at the bottom of those mountains are these valleys that have these beautiful rivers and streams with this crystal clear blue water and lush green grass. I mean, it's just gorgeous. You got to look up pictures. It's really one of those things where you go, wow. It's places like that, things like that. When I go, man, I just can't believe that science did all this. I don't know what did, but I can't believe it was just science. Oh, go into your appointment. Don't you hang around. You got stuff to do. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. So yeah, I just wanted to pop in and Maverick and talk about the movie real quick. I know we all have downtime and are looking for stuff to do once in a while, something to just kick back and relax. It's a fabulous movie, and so if you get a chance, give it a watch. Shoot. Oh yeah. I'm going to continue doing some more research into these lake monsters, and I'd like to put together a full video on some of the more convincing ones. A full edited video, like a mini documentary episode on them, and see what you guys think about that. I would like to start doing a little bit more on the editing side of things. I just don't know how I'm going to go about it, what format I want to follow, but I'd like to start doing more of that, because it's a pain in the ass, but it's really cool to see the finished product. It's just so polished and it looks so cool. So I'm going to start doing that. Oh, thank you, Carson. Yes, you're right. It is a wonderful place with wonderful, wonderful people. The best people on YouTube. It's the greatest chat on YouTube, period. The greatest subscribers on YouTube. There just ain't any better. So anyway, like I said, oh man, I bounce between CapCut and Canva, depending on what I'm trying to do. I don't have a professional one. I can't afford to pay all that money for Photoshop or what's the other one there? But yeah, I just can't afford to pay that money. So I'm using those, and then I forget the name of the other one. It's another free one. But I just started using that, so I'm still trying to learn a little bit on that. Okay, I'll have to look at it. DaVinci. All right, I'll check it out. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, look, I'm going to get inside because it looks like it's about to rain any second. And it's getting windy, and I do not want to get dumped on. Not really how I want to start my morning. If it was warm out I wouldn't be so worried, but it's cold. Cold rain is not fun. It's just not. So anyway, guys, I'll check back in at a later date. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you all. Until the next time, you know the deal. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out.